Will the iPhone 14 be coming with the M1 chip? Stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, Tech Flash here and welcome back to the channel. So it's kind of funny to think that the iPhone 13 hasn't even been announced yet and we're already hearing rumors floating around the internet about the iPhone 14 or whatever it's going to be called. 2022 would be the redesign year for the iPhone, where we are expecting to see an all-new design, although we're really not sure what to expect from a design point of view, but there is a possibility that 2022 may actually be the year where we finally get to see a foldable iPhone. We do have some information on the features and some specs like the display, the camera system, the notch, and maybe even on the new chipset. Right off the bat, we can almost confirm that the iPhone 14 will come with a 120Hz fast refresh rate display, since that is something that is also being widely rumored on the iPhone 13 Pro models. And there is a big chance that we may be able to see this across the complete iPhone 14 lineup instead of only the Pro variants like we may be seeing in the upcoming iPhone 13. There are also reports that there will be a completely new camera system and perhaps even a quad camera setup with a periscope lens, an ultra wide lens, a macro lens, and a main 48 megapixel sensor camera as well. Talking about the infamous notch, we're hearing that there is a huge possibility that there may be no notch at all, or that it will be completely replaced by a single punch hole design camera, and this would mean that we finally would be able to see an all-screen design with ultra slim bezels. Now, a lot of people may think that because of this, Face ID will completely disappear, but it actually seems like Apple is trying to develop a technology that would be similar to the disappearing in-display camera, but instead made specially for Face ID, where the biometric system would be embedded inside the display. Further rumors are also suggesting that instead of Apple investing time and money into the new technology, Apple may just ditch Face ID altogether and make a comeback at Touch ID with a fingerprint sensor embedded into the power lock, or just have an in-display fingerprint sensor, which we may see on the iPhone 13. Apple is also rumored to change the names for the 2022 iPhones by replacing the Pro name with the Ultra name. This would mean that the better, more expensive variants of the iPhone 14 would be called the iPhone 14 Ultra and the Ultra Max. But perhaps the biggest and most anticipated report is the chipset that the iPhone 14 will have. Apple introduced its own M1 chip last year, and since then, everyone has gone crazy with just how efficient and powerful they really are. Apple has knocked it out of the park with the way the chipsets work, and nothing from Intel or AMD really comes close to this at the moment. The surprising thing is that this is just the first chip that Apple has released, and there are already talks about the upcoming M1X, which will be the more powerful brother to the M1. Now, we've seen the M1 being fitted in the iPad Pro, which again turned out to be amazing and a huge success with the performance that it was able to put out. So it begs me to ask, will Apple be introducing the M1 chip to the iPhones? Well, the M1 chip is big. Physically big in terms of size and the thermal envelope it requires for its power draw, which is around 27 watts on average. And it won't really fit in an iPhone, which can handle maybe 5 to 6 watts at the most. The thermal design also limits the iPhone to have the M1 chip installed, although the M1 has been fitted in fanless devices like the MacBook Air and the iPad Pro. It still would not be thermally suitable to fit in an iPhone. But there are ways that we may be able to see the M1-like performance from the current A chips lineup. This year, with the A15 coming in the iPhone 13, Apple will be able to demonstrate if it can actually make something as powerful and efficient as the M1, or maybe something close to it. With every passing year, the A series chips are getting significantly better, faster, and more efficient, and since they are also internally built just like the M1, it's only a matter of time that the chips on the iPhones may approach speeds of the M1 for single core tasks. The iPhone 13 will certainly not see anything near to the M1. Nevertheless, the rumored A15 chip will still be much better than the current A14 chip, and we can only hope that we see something near to the M1 performing chips in the 2022 iPhones, which would really be a game changer. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Thank you to everyone that is watching and has subscribed to my channel. It really does mean a lot. Please drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing for more tech and news updates. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.